Hi guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another Create With Me, and today's Create With Me is inspired by the movie Nightmare Before Christmas, and we're doing a rendition of Jack and Sally, and we're just putting them together on the face. So this is going to be a pretty big one today, so we are just going to speed through it and hopefully enjoy the video. I've got a new microphone, so we'll see how the sound turns out. Hopefully it's better than normal, and hopefully you can hear me better with no background noise. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. So I'm just gone ahead and glue down my eyebrows using this Pritt stick, and I just do a few layers of this over the brows, brush them through, and then on the top layer add a little bit of water to the glue, and it just adds a smooth silky layer over the top. And we're going to move on to colouring. Obviously we're doing two different sides, so we're going to start with the white side first for Jack Skellington's. So for the white side, I'm just going in with a white water-based face paint, and the ones that I use are the Superstar ones because they're nice and pigmented. You can use oil paints or cream paints if you want as well, that will work just as good. I just can't be bothered for the hassle of taking it off afterwards, because when you apply oil paints or cream paints, you usually need to use oil to remove it. If I use water-based face paints, I can just put my face under the tap. And let me tell you, I'm running low on makeup remover, so the tap is our only hope for this makeup look. So I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to get it wet. So I'm just taking this really big face painting brush from Kryolan, and I'm going to apply the white onto my one-sided face. And then we're going to go over the eyebrow. And we are just leaving a little area around the eye where the black's going to be filled in, because there's just no point wasting product under there. And also we'll get a crisper black if we don't apply white underneath first. So we're just going to go in with a light blue version of the same face paint on the other side. My teeth look really yellow with this white on my face. Very attractive. And we're just going to go in the same as we did on the other side. Similar to how we left this eye blank here, we're going to leave a little under eye slightly blank on this side for the white that we're going to apply. This step's more important than the black going on top of the white, because the white needs a clean base. Otherwise the blue will shine through because it's such a pale colour. So now to blend the two shades together, I'm just taking a small snipping of a sponge, and I'm taking the white on the one side, dabbing it down, and then we're going to clear up and just blend along as we go. I look crazy right now, but it's fine. So now that the bases are done, I've just added a little bit of the same colour of face paint but in a cream face paint on top of my brows, just to cover them more. Yeah, now we're going to move on to the details. I'm going to start with the white side first. So I'm just going to add a little bit of shading before we first go in with the blacks. We are going to go back in with shading again afterwards as well. So for shading today, I'm just taking my Beauty Bay Neutrals eyeshadow palette, because we've got a nice range of greys and obviously blacks. So while using one of the grey shades from that palette, I'm also just taking this fluffy eyeshadow brush from Morphe, and we're just going to take a light shade of grey to start with, and I just got that on there. And I'm just going to start from the mouth, and you can already see how dark the grey is on the white, so I just want to be quite light-handed. And this is just going to imitate the shadowing underneath Jack's smile, and then we are going to go back in with some more detailed shadowing on the top layer once we've got it drawn in. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of that grey while we have it out, just to sort of bronze contour this side of the nose. I don't want to go in too heavy again, and we've still got all the eye detailing to add too, so this shouldn't look too crazy once all that is added. Well, that was really annoying. My phone decided that I actually don't have any storage left, even though I pay for iCloud and all my photos on there. So apparently now my photos are double the storage that they were because they're now taking up the same amount of storage on my phone as they are on my iCloud. It's a whole mess. I hate you, Apple. Now we're going to move on to the smaller details, and I'm just going to take a black face paint, and this is the Superstar one as well. So I just got a small face painting brush, and we're just going to start by mapping out the eye. I'm going to take a smaller face painting brush that I'm switching to, and we're going to draw on the nose. Now obviously we know the nose is just like a triangular shape, so that's just what we're creating here. And now we've just got a still small but slightly bigger brush, and we're going to do the mouth. Now to start the mouth, I'm just going to do a line following this shadow, and then we're going to go back in and add in all the curves. So I'm just going to start at the corner of my mouth, and we're just going to start drawing some curves to create little points coming off of the mouth. Like so, and we're just going to do that all the way, and then all the way back on the top, and then we are going to add some around the mouth as well. And I'm going to go onto the lip slightly and do it around the lip. We are going to add a lipstick. The lipstick on this side, we're going to go in with the Milani black lipstick and use this black lipstick to line the half of the lip. And then to finish that lip off, I am going to add a lighter shade in the middle. So then I'm just going to repeat the same pattern that we did here, just along the edge of the lips. I'll come back to you once that is done. So now that we've finished all the black detailing, I'm going to go in with a little bit of black eyeshadow just to darken up the eye area. The other areas will sit nicely in dark, but with all the movement on the eye, we just need a bit more coverage. And I'm just going to mainly go over the eyelid where all the movement is, but blend it out into the outer parts. And then I'm also just going to go in with a black pencil in my waterline. So now I'm just going to take this little round brush from Morphe, and we're going to use those grey shades that we used to shadow under here to add some shadowing around the eye and in all these dips of the mouth. So I'm just going to speed through it, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing as I go along. I used this technique in my last Create With Me video as well. And then we're just going to go a little bit around the eye area, sort of creating a broken shadow all the way around. We don't want it to be a full ring. We want it to be quite subtle and broken. So now we have completed the jack side, we're going to move on to this side. And we're going to start off with drawing in the white, and then we'll move straight on to shadowing and contouring. So again, for the white, we're just using that same white face paint that we used on the base. And I'm just going to take that on a small face painting brush, and we're just going to fill in this gap. And then for contouring, I'm just going to take a cream shade from this little creams palette that I have. I'm just going to take this colour here, and we're going to add some bronzer slash contouring around the edge of the face. So I'm just going to take this dense brush, and we're just going to dip it into that product. I'm just going to make sure that's nice and blended. And then I'm just going to take that same brush and put it into a similar coloured eyeshadow just to set on top of it. And then I'm just going to take an eyeshadow brush, and we're going to go in on the eye with a bit of blue and sparkly eyeshadow. So I'm just going to start with a lighter shade of blue, and I'm just going to go straight in on the eye. And then we're just dipping into that darker shade, and we're just going to build that up. And then for the centre of the eye, I'm going to go in with a shimmer, and I'm just using one of these already adhesive glitters from this palette. I think I'm going to go in with this lighter shade. And then here I'm just going under the eye, well, the new eye that we've created, with the same shades of blue from the eyeshadow, and creating like under eye shadow. And then I'm just going to take my same small brush that we used over on this side and a black, and I'm going to use this to outline the underneath of the eye shape and add some eyelashes. I've gone ahead and applied some mascara to my upper lashes on this side, and I did add a little bit of mascara to the top and bottom lashes on this side, but obviously you can't tell, it was just to make my blonde eyelashes not stand out so much. Now it's time to draw on the stitches on Sally. So I think to do this, I'm going to mix some white and blue shades together to create a lighter blue than the skin. So now that I've mixed a lighter blue shade, I'm going to go in and start drawing the lines for the stitches. And then we're going to do one coming from the mouth as well. And then they're just going to cross. And then I'm just going to take my smaller brush with the black, and I'm going to do some black outlines on either side of those lines we've created. And then we're just going to go either side of them lines again with white. And now that that is done, I'm going to go in with a even darker shade of blue, and we're just going to add one thin line right down the middle. Look at the state of my hands. Now we're going to move on to the stitching on the stitches, which we're going to go in with eyeshadow to begin with, and then we're going to move on to some highlighting and shading. First of all, I'm going to start off with this little stumpy eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to dip it into those blue shades that we used here, and create some dots either side of the stitching, and where the stitching is supposed to look like it's coming in and out of the skin. I'm just going to do that all the way along and all the way up, and I will come back to you once I'm finished. So now that all these dots are drawn, we're going to use that darker shade of blue, and I'm going to use that to go between the stitches. And we're literally going to go from dot to dot, so starting here. Then we're going to do some cross ones as well. And then we're just going to let that dry slightly, and then we're going to go over it with some white highlights as well. While we wait for that to dry, I'm going to move on to the lips on this side, and we're just doing a red lip for this side. So I'm just taking this Wet n Wild red lip liner, and we're just going to line this side of the lips. And then for the gloss on that side, I'm just going in with this Kryolan lip wheel, and we're just using this little glossy shade here. I'm going to add the clear gloss on the other side too. I'm just going to go in again with a white and just add some highlighting onto the stitches. So this is the finished makeup. They just go in again and curl my lashes just because they were sunken a bit, and I've added this little black headband just to cover the non-painted ears. So I'm going to go take some pictures and some videos, and I'll see you back for the outro. So this is the finished makeup. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you feel like it. And I will see you guys back here again with another video next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.